Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and we're back with our weekly recap of all things Injustice. This is for the week of March 6th, 2020, and there's going to be some stuff to talk about when we get into the glitches, so we'll get through the sort of regular stuff fast, because there's updates afoot.
As fast as we get.
Yeah, that's true. So our current challenge is Zatanna. That's a 1 week repeat. The required characters for that are Harley Quinn, Bane, and Black Adam at bronze, silver, and silver, respectively. Her passive is Deck of Fate, which is pick a card, any card. Each card has one of 5 effects. Regain 50% of health, damage over time, damage boost, power drain, or as in all magic, it can backfire. So 900 attack and 1150 health, so pretty low stats.
Mm-hmm. She was recently available, actually, just last year, July 2019.
Yeah, she's sort of crap also.
I was going to say not very good, but I guess crap works too.
6 one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah, so I got to be honest too. I very rarely use her, and I haven't much used her still since she was originally released. And my problem with her is, besides, it's a combination of both. She's got low stats, so you have to keep other cards low to make a good team with her.
Yeah.
And her passive is kind of a non-passive. It's in a lot of ways it's like Harley Quinn, right? So she's got a special 2 with 5 different effects. For my response time, my sort of reaction time, they go too fast to consistently pick the effect that would be most useful. And because one of them stuns her herself, there's about a 20% chance you're going to be spending 2 bars of power just to stun yourself, to leave yourself vulnerable, blow 2 bars of power, and do nothing.
Yeah, and it's not even a great special 2. Like, there's a lot better options for just a pure special 2, even just in terms of damage, right?
Okay, and the funny thing about this is, so you know how sometimes when you're bled out, they won't let you knock yourself out, right? So
yeah, it'll leave you all the way down. Yeah.
Right. Her stun is the kind that does minimal damage, but it still does some damage. So you could, in theory, knock yourself out if you get the wrong one. So you've bled out down to like 1 health. You want to heal yourself to 50% power and knock yourself out. Right? Yeah. So not a big fan.
But even if you wanted to heal yourself, the chance would be so low. Just not great. Not a great character overall.
Yeah.
This week's multiplayer reward is the Ibis stick, or in the form that you get it, the mysterious artifact. The effects, once you fully max it out, is 30% damage boost to special 1, 30% damage boost to special 2, 20% power generation increase, and 10% damage DOT added on special, which is weird because that's damage twice, right? Damage over time, but that's what it is. Last available September 2019, so this is the 22nd in a row that matches the previous multiplayer rewards pattern, so we're expecting the Brandish Ninjato next week. And that would make it 23 in a row. Not 100% sure, right? Because these patterns tend to break
so
without warning.
And the problem at this point becomes that we've got maybe 2 or 3, I'd have to take a look at our list, 2 or 3 more in the order before it repeats.
Yeah.
And what that means is that there's going to be a few things in the multiplayer rewards that are missing if it does repeat. So we're expecting, there should be a change actually in about a month. If things go properly, if they don't, then we're kind of screwed.
Yeah. So British Ninjato, probably, but not definitely.
Right. So Ibis Stick was the original game-changing legendary gear, and
it was the first good legendary gear.
Yeah, because the Batmobile, right? That came first.
Yeah.
So the damage over time is a percentage of the opponent's health, not the attacker's damage. So it's the great equalizer when you're fighting opponents that are way out of your weight class. And it was one of the first gears that boosted both Special 1 and Special 2. And the power gen is perfectly in line with the special boosting ability, right? Because they're doing specials, you want them to have more power.
Yeah.
And I want to point out that we've got some fun demos of bronze characters taking out Boss Arkham Origins Batman. And this was at a time when Boss Arkham Origins Batman was one of the toughest because the effect in his fight used to be that passives were removed. So, and they've changed that now. It's not that anymore, but we've got videos of the Bronze Nightwing taking on Arkham Origins Batman completely on his own. We've got Bronze Catwoman doing all the damage, even though we need a meat shield for her.
Yeah, because Bronze Nightwing is really the perfect person to solo somebody, just because it's reduced in basic damage and
power drain
on special 1. Yeah, he's a great combo. I should say best to solo, who's bronze.
Right, but back then when there was no passive, he was just as vulnerable as any other bronze.
That's true. Yeah, in that specific fight.
Yeah. So Yeah. Okay, so moving on to store.
Yeah, we have Injustice 2 Superman for $12.99 Canadian. So it's one copy they don't unlock in your store. It's probably a clue for next week's challenge. It's good that at least... I think it's probably honestly overall better when they do it for cheaper and without the extra credits. Yeah. Just because it lets you be a little bit more modular with your purchase. So, not awful, but not
Right, this is the closest to being worth it. If it weren't for the fact that he's very likely to be next week's challenge, I'd pretty much say this was worth it.
If they did it on a random order where the packs were just totally divorced from what the challenge was, it would be better, I think.
Or if they did it the week after their challenge finished.
That makes sense too, yeah. Delayed, staggered.
Right, because then there'd be increased interest in them because it just finished. People would be peeved if they hadn't been able to finish the challenge in time.
You know what, that's a good point.
Yeah.
We also have the Alien Invasion pack for 27 Canadian, and that comes with Lobo, Martian Manhunter, and Darkseid.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter is the only one that's not like an in-store... Or, sorry, Darkseid actually is a challenge character, but he's not a good one, so in my mind he's sort of not...
Martian Manhunter is like the only person that you'd really care about pulling.
Yeah, except his damage is low. He's sort of skewed towards health. So I don't know. This is... it's not my...
cup of tea.
Not my jam, yeah.
Yeah. In Survivor, we have something a little funky. So...
Okay, so maybe I should explain this, because we've got a couple of main accounts that we've been using lately.
Yeah.
And on this account, it says League of Assassins gear until 18th of March, 2020. And for those of you who've been paying attention, last week when we filmed it on a different account, it said Lexor gear until 11th of March, 2020. And it still says that on our other account. So I had to test this. Mm-hmm. So this account, League of Assassins, yes, we got League of Assassins. The other account, it actually gave Suicide Squad companion gears. So it's going to bear...
something's happening.
It's going to bear a little bit more testing because there's a few things that stand out. One is that the 11th of March cycle is only 1 week staggered, right? If you think it was just a problem with the connection or something happening, it should be still on the same 2 week schedule, starting and ending at the same time.
Yeah.
And I suspect it's the other account that's messed up because there's a discordance between what is advertised and what you get, while this account is getting what you're supposed to.
Yeah, but either way, we need to figure out that. So as far as what's in Survivor, we don't have the greatest information for you this week. Our best guess is League of Assassins gear until 18th of March 2020.
And it might be that everybody's got a unique thing, so this part of our video is maybe less useful than we thought because people are getting different things.
Yeah. Depending
on how much they've been playing. Or what they've been doing.
Or when they started.
Right.
Yeah. So we're not 100% sure on that one, yeah. Phantom Zone is finished for now. Flight 62 is still broken. Last weekend's breakthrough was Catwoman, Deathstroke, and Raven. And based on the schedule, likely this weekend will be Cyborg, Batgirl, and Black Adam.
Yeah, and we've got a link to a thread in Reddit where Devlin16 actually lays out the complete list.
Yeah. Moving on to the current glitches, just remember that every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the eye in the top right corner of this video. We are Android only, so we're only able to confirm these glitches for Android. And here's where we get into what's new and what's worth talking about.
Right, so if anybody's been paying attention to our playlist, you'll know this already. Both the challenge reset, or if you're on a patron on our Patreon, we've already got a post up explaining this. So both the challenge reset and Phantom Zone reset glitches are no longer working. Mm-hmm. So if you're on Android, you'll have noticed that there's this pop-up saying that there's some sort of resource that's missing. And what that's indicating is that Injustice is no longer connecting to your Google Play account.
Yeah.
And since both of those glitches relied on the Google Play Cloud Save, we are out of luck with both glitches. Mm-hmm. And I mean, the challenge reset glitch was the most useful and longest working glitch in the game.
Yeah, it's existed in like 3 different forms, I think?
Yes.
Like methods, and this is the newest one out of the set.
Right. And there were other glitches I think that were more powerful in generating resources and accumulating resources.
Yeah.
But this has been consistently working for so long, and it's a really good one. It was a really good one. I got to think about everything a little different.
Yeah, it had a wonderful balance of being really helpful and useful as a player without actually making things particularly unbalanced, because you still had to play. Right. You still had to put all the same time and effort that the devs had decided was worth a copy of the character, and that effort didn't go down. It just let you replicate that effort for the same rewards over and over
Yeah,
again.
and it was... I think that's a really good point, is that it's a glitch that encouraged you to play more, not less.
Yeah, and it got us more invested in the game, actually.
Yeah, so it's a shame for any of the newer players because it seems like there's not a lot of options now left to accumulate resources.
Which is sad because the way that they moved away from the value of actual, like, just credits anyways, right?
Right.
It seemed like their model was to sort of add new stuff in. And so this is unfortunate because I guess for newer players at least it means that, or I was going to say it means that the credits are more valuable, but if you're at an earlier point of the game, credits still already are very valuable and sparser than they need. With so many different things to spend credits on, it's just another thing that's going to make it harder to get anybody maxed out.
At this point, it's really characters and gears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. Moving on to the stuff that we talked about previously, right? The non-new stuff this week.
Right.
There's no working glitch for credits that we are willing to endorse. In Season 6, Episode 9, we talk of our P&Q and C&A&T. We talk about why, but we don't need to go into it in depth here. It's basically just it uses 2 devices. We don't like that for reasons that we'll talk about more there and that we talk about in brief in every one of these. The glitch there is also currently no glitch for getting repeated past multiplayer season rewards. For getting early multiplayer season rewards, it's happening accidentally sometimes, but it hasn't been happening in a way anybody could exploit for their benefit.
Right.
Nothing to get through the Phantom Zone quickly. And,
when it's around.
Yeah, when it's here.
Yeah.
And moving on to the working glitches.
All right, so even though the challenge reset glitch is gone for Android, we're going to leave the comment that we cut and pasted from viewer Jonathan Yang in the description on how to reset the challenge on an iOS device, because as far as I can tell, changes in Google are going to have zero impact on Apple devices.
Yeah.
Yeah. The breakthrough glitch to let you play it repeatedly still working, and we've cut and pasted into the description a comment from viewer who has a potential solution if you're having trouble with this glitch, but we've actually never had trouble, so we can't tell you whether the solution for it is any good or not.
Mm-hmm. The airplane mode / refund glitch is still working. That's good for packs with random drops and last laugh tickets. Doesn't work in the Phantom Zone for us because it requires an online connection, although it does seem like there's something that iOS users can do to do an equivalent refund glitch for iOS for Phantom Zone.
Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play and energy recharges, so just remember you always bring your countdown clock back to normal before you're done.
Mm-hmm. And finally, in between the not working and working glitches, we have our lonely pair, the promotion glitch, where you can promote characters that are still locked, which hasn't had the right conditions since update 2.14, so it's not testable and it is not usable. And also the free energy glitch, which is no longer usable because the button is gone. So you can't get energy for watching a video, and you can't skip watching the video either.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to finish up, we've got a Patreon, and we'd love to say thank you to everybody who is throwing in some support to us there every month.
Right. So big thank you to Console Peasant and Edwoon, who are supporting us at the top tier last word, Mohammed Albshaiti at the Your Message Here tier, Shawn Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Maule, Michael DeVries, and Brandon C., who are supporting us on the credited level, and Chris Wolff and Scarlet Enby at the gratitude level.
Yeah, thanks so much for your support, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Komoda.